Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Registered Nurses Association of Ontario Virtual Fall Tour. Before we begin this evening, we'd like to take a few moments so that we can remember today and every day nurses stand proud and united. COVID-19 has had significant impact on almost every aspect of our lives. So let's take a moment to acknowledge all of the hard work and dedication of not just everyone in attendance tonight, but of our colleagues who are not able to be here with us today, and of all healthcare workers around the world as we work to protect the health of our communities and defeat the COVID-19 pandemic. It's 7 o'clock, so let's grab our noisemakers and cheer! Because together, we can do it. We would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is part of the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the New Credit. Peel Region, the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, Huron-Wendat, Haudenosaunee, Iroquois, and home to the Métis, was most recently the territory of the Mississaugas of the New Credit First Nation. These lands remain home to a number of Indigenous nations and peoples. We acknowledge this land out of respect for the Indigenous nations who have cared for Turtle Island, also called North America, from before the arrival of settler peoples until this day. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land, and by doing so, we give our respect to its first inhabitants. Today's presentation is brought to you by our collaborative team. Windsor Essex Chapter has a diverse membership of RNs from a variety of roles. Their proximity to the American border has allowed them to engage healthcare professionals across nations. This provides a different perspective on healthcare issues facing the profession. Their partnership with the Fairley family, who presents an award annually in honor of their mother, Lois Fairley, is amongst one of their proudest accomplishments. Lois's spirit and legacy continues to be a strong presence in this region, with countless nominations received each year. Located between Lake Erie and Lake St. Clair in southwestern Ontario lies the small, proud community of Chatham-Kent. Our community is a vibrant mixture of rural and urban, and our chapter membership strongly represents the character of our region. Our chapter is driven by our love for our community. As registered nurses, we are viewed as fountains of knowledge and leaders in Chatham-Kent. We are known and respected in our communities, and we strive to speak upon the current health and social concerns, not just facing our members, but our community as a whole. Because at the end of the day, we are Chatham-Kent. Peel Chapter represents members from the cities of Mississauga, Brampton, and the Caledon region. We are proud to have one of the largest and most diverse memberships in the province. Our executive team is strong and engaged and led by our amazing chapter president, Poonam Sharma. In fact, we have been recognized by the RNAO as Chapter of the Year several times over. We take pride in the unique and innovative events we have been able to offer our members. Our virtual Nursing Week event is amongst one of our proudest moments of 2020. This celebration brought together a broad spectrum of political leaders and a Nightingale Scholar. Our chapter is highly engaged in wellness and social events, our students' mentoring program, as well as advocacy initiatives with local politicians. The SHNIG, an interest group of the Registered Nurses Association of Ontario, is a strong and vibrant organization that has over 30 years of advocacy and leadership for community health nurses in Ontario. Our mission is to act as a strong nursing voice dedicated to influencing the healthcare system as well as health and social policy. This means that we can improve care, not only in areas which affect the work of community health nurses, but for all members of the public. The SHNIG board represents a cross-section of committed, energetic, and enthusiastic community health nurses from across Ontario, with diverse practice areas that include home health, public health, primary care, education, research, management, and nursing leadership. We are all so pleased to be part of this unique collaboration. It is so important as it requires a collective voice to influence systemic change. This partnership builds the synergy and relationships that can influence health, environmental, and social policy in a sustainable and effective way. This is also a joint action to not only achieve our common goal of advancing and strengthening the profile of registered nurses, but also improving the health and well-being of individuals, families, and communities across Ontario. Our moderators will be introducing themselves to you shortly, but we can't wait for you to meet them. And finally, we'd like to welcome our fall tour speaker, Morgan Hoffart, President of the RNAO.